Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, girls, come on!
Let's go.
Emma,
Oradan gel. Sakın.
Preston, way too easy. Hey, look at that switch out here. Hey, that's okay. Good. Well done, Tracy. Swap that face up. Get stuck in there. Good, good job. Good job. Check. Get those shoulder. Harder. Way too easy. Puppy!
Come on, feet.
Sit up, Puppy. Climb the outlet. Hold it, man. Hold.
Step up. Ready. Takin. Get connected. Shape again. Get your line up. Shut. Ali, push Ali. Ali, squat. No, stop. Keep going. Second. Get up, once again, get connected! Stop there. Watch out! Check on Anita. Watch the ball! React early! The ball! Referee, the contact started earlier. She started inside and then she went
towards outside, but that once the sun's inside the box. That's got to be the last man as well. If it's not a pen, it's got to be a last man. It's last player. It's outside. It's last player. Is it not a signal?
Guys, it's for his fault. You can't do much about it now.
No, I just want to understand.
You guys still got every year. She's got the yellow card.
So it should be a send-off. It's last player. That's how football works. It should have been a penalty and it should have been a red card. It's not a penalty, it's a 100%.
Make sure we follow in. Well, I'm good. It's coming. Come on. Come on. Keep going, girls. Come on. Come on, you. Girls, just in the back here. Just make sure we're certain. Any loose balls, limit the play. Always one pressure, one cover. Onto it, man. Yeah, come on. The piece forward. Contact. Seconds! Good one! No!
Hey, we do just every week.
Come on, focus on your shape. Get organised.
Hey, Monty. Monty on corners. Try to stay on top. Stay a little narrow. Yes. As the ball travels, you can go right in front. There you go.
Monty, yours, get there! Come forward. Hold on! Can we finish five? Finish. Chase again. Watch the early ball. It doesn't bounce. Win your contact. Monty, well done. Win your contact. No bounce. Level. Second. Step on. Touch forward if you can. Good. Casey. Forward. Charlotte. Two players. One is coming to you. You can play back with that player. Simple.
One team. Player. Here we go. Miri left. Talk to Eliza.
Too easy. Once you get in front of Coach Joyce.
Hey, front 10 back. Grace, get a double. Get Monty back. Come on.
Get the line. Contact on it. Can you get there, please? Okay, second. Step. That's fine. Yes. Get up. Halfway. Yes. Get one, two, her towards. Go on. That's fine. Well done. Positive. Watch out.
Get out.
Set up. Good, Monty.
Sorry, mate, I've got probably lost.
Cut.
Oh, it's going to be nice and early. And just about ready to go. Be ready as soon as you are. Sorry, no, I just got lost. Gee, what an unbelievable setup this is. Damn, anyway. Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Preston Lions Football Club. Do apologise for the late start by the commentator. He got lost getting here today. Got to read Google Maps better, I think. Thought the game was in Preston near Kramer Street. Game here, of course, at Reservoir. I'll get it right eventually, boys. We're here at Jenna Steele Stadium. Preston Lions and Football Victoria Academy. And Football Victoria Academy 0, Preston Lions 0, and we are in the first half. Love the colours of the Football Victoria Academy, all the young players. Bottle green almost. It's on the outer side where the grandstand is. Dan Lonigan is my name. And again, apologise to Football Victoria. Lovely part of the world down here in Reservoir. Good to be here. Very famous team, the Preston Lions, of course. Looking to make their way up into the second level of the national comp next year in the men's. They have an opportunity out on the left-hand side here now with Arania, who scored 5 times for Football Victoria. Just sort of kept alive by the Lions inside the defensive half now for Football Victoria Academy. Getting boot the ball is Grace Clarkson, who receives it again. Has an involvement with the Sri Lankan team. Cleared at the back. Good defence by Jade Feeks. And now Roach combines with her centre-back Checker, the very experienced Emma Checker. Played in Sweden, played in Ireland, played in France, played in the Matilda squad and for the Victory as well. Charging out of defence. Well done, Feeks. Pushed on again. That was clever play by the very creative and one of the best players in the team in Percy, who scored 10 times as they try to roll it on. And the ball goes over the sideline inside the attacking half for Preston Lions. We're heading to the southern end. We're in the first half here. Ball's right on halfway. Nishimura trying to get it for Preston Lions. Numbers under control. Clarkson doing well here for Football Victoria Academy. Good ball inside to Doveston. Doveston has Nishimura for company. Goes back now to her teammate, Poppy O'Keefe, one of the best players in this team. She has to go defensively as the pressure's immense from the Preston Lions team. Player was put down. There was a late call given against Feeks. Just shoving down her opponent. And Football Victoria Academy, who've won 3 of 7 against the Preston Lions, have an opportunity now to get control of the ball. And with it is Jay Tam. A lot of these girls have played with many of the clubs in this competition and even at the higher level in the underage groups from Football Victoria. It's a chipping ball by Tam and misses the target by a long way. Maggie Byrne, the goalkeeper, will do the work in defence. Had a bad patch here, Preston Lions, dropping 4 in a row, but did have a win in their last match. Football Victoria Academy got 2 games in hand. They're involved in an under-16 tournament for the Matildas, so they didn't have all their players available, so they've still got 2 games to make up. As they now have the ball down the right-hand side. In front of our commentary position is Monty White. Monty White now goes back towards Percy. Percy's ball's pretty good. Roach just gets a little ball on it, keeps it rolling. Down the left-hand side, taken by Henderson, the captain. but there was nothing on the end of that, and cleaned up at the back by the goalkeeper, Harrison. In yellow, and their team's in that bottle green. It's a beautiful colour, nearly tealish. Clarkson will get it. She's in defence, and coming across her bows as Monty White puts it over the sideline with some good pressure inside the attacking half for Preston Lions. It's 0-0. Valentine Percy's hurt herself, but she'll be okay. Muddy conditions. Lovely to be here for the stream. And thank you to Chris Gleeson, who's our head commentator and looks after our commentary roster, for getting me here today. I'm an old dinosaur. But nice to be here. Beautiful stadium, and we have, I reckon, the best commentary facility I've ever seen in this competition. And I've been calling for a while now. We are high up on the other side of the ground, and we're overlooking the entire ground. It is magnificent. So just to check on Valentine Percy, he scored 10 times, third in the competition, as she is getting some treatment. Important game here for both teams. Heidelberg United on top, of course. And they've got an advantage of 12 points over the rest of the field. They should win the premiership. Then it's all about the championship after that. Bulleen Lions 32, always up there. Burundara 29. They've got a slightly better goal difference from the Royals, also on 29 by 1. South Melbourne at 27. Hello, Vince, if you're listening. The great coach of the Essendon Royals. Alamein 26. Box Hill United 25. Spring Hills 21. Preston Lions 18. And they're 4 down in regard to goals scored and conceded. 29-4, 33 against. They're an attacking team. They've conceded the third most number of goals. Football Academy, 22 goals for, 46 against. And they did concede 15 in the first 4 games of the year when they were well beaten. There was a game where they let 7 in. And that was against South Melbourne in round 2 and against Heidelberg United in round 3. They scored themselves in both games. Brunswick Juventus, who Football Academy beat last round, are also on 12. And Bentley Green's on 8. So it goes back now to Checker. Checker on the left, down the middle of the pitch. Not much on the end of it. Going after it now, Henderson. But she had a defender getting back now for the Academy. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper puts it over the sideline, Harrison. Thrown back into play, just near the 18-yard penalty area for Preston Lions. Looking to win control of it. But Football Victoria Academy managed to get it now. But well done by Percy, putting some pressure on inside the attacking half. Ball comes back now, looking to try and finish it, if they can. Under pressure, Roach on the edge of the 18-yard area, deep inside the 18-yard area. Opponents around her, approaches the 6-yard box, and then a lovely little dive as that sliding ball. She was trying to centre it, but coming across her bows to make a nice save there was Harrison for Football Victoria Academy. So, sort of a gilt-edged opportunity there for the Preston Lions. It's 0-0. Coming down the left-hand side, but there's nothing on the end of that. That's a poor pass, and they've got numbers at the back. Grace Johnston is there, one of the defenders for the Lions. Goes back now to Byrne. Brings it out to the right-hand side to Checker. Checker goes down the middle. Roach arrives. Has it taken from her. Turnover, though, by Nishimura of the Lions. She couldn't control it. Back at halfway now for Football Victoria Academy. They'll go wide. Tan does well. Out on the left-hand side, her teammate now has it. Iraria, but again, stopped inside the 18-yard area. The defender's getting back. Feeks does well again. And it goes over the sideline. Football Victoria Academy will get first dibs at this. Through Gracie Clarkson. Down now to Poppy O'Keefe. O'Keefe back to one of the key players, Chelsea Biggs, one of the defenders. To Tam, the co-captain. Back now to Biggs. Solid defender, robust. Brings her team out to the right-hand side. Football Victoria Academy trying to get hold of it, but again, good defence to force the error. The throw. Roach does well. Yamada. Roach. Back to Feeks. Charging hard out of defence. Good ball, but Tam is there as they've got their defenders high up, just inside the defensive half, to make it hard for Preston Lions to get it through. Sharing with her teammate, Tam in Biggs. Now down to Clarkson. Clarkson down right in front of our commentary position, trying to beat opponents. Doing well is Iaria. Finds a teammate now in Westerway. Scored 3 times this year for Football Victoria Academy. Controlling it again, O'Keefe. They've still got control of this inside the attacking half, Football Victoria Academy. Clarkson involved as well. There's Westerway trying to work her way through to the top of the 18-yard area. They couldn't control it properly. Nishimura's there. Now they shoot! On and hits the left-hand goalpost. That was a mighty effort by Football Victoria Academy. They controlled it magnificently. I think the goalkeeper, Byrne, was beaten. All ends up. But luckily for her, it was just slightly off target. Could have been 1-0, as one of the co-coaches, who I think wants to be a commentator of the Preston Lions, said, could have had a cup of tea and had all day. I think you're right, mate. Goes back now to Byrne, who takes it outside the 18-yard area. You're a funny man. Gets it wide now. And Football Victoria Academy looking to defend. Hurrison was the goalkeeper, of course. Byrne at the other end. Now they bring it down the right-hand side. Some good attacking football from the Football Victoria Academy. Some talented players here, of course. It's a magnificent concept, these girls playing at this level. Many of them go on and have good careers. And almost chipping in was Alice Franco, number 12, down that right-hand side in front of the stadium. We're approaching half-time. It's 1-0. Good play by Byrne. She received it from Checker. It's under a little bit of pressure. They're pushing up really nicely here, Football Victoria Academy, keeping it well inside their attacking half, getting a lot of possession and territory at the moment. So it's in front of the social club rooms here at the Preston Lions Football Club. Caught napping a little bit was Monty White. She was pushed down. It could have nearly been a foul. It's not given. Taking it on halfway is Franco for Football Victoria Academy. Lobs a ball that's off target and goes over the sideline in front of the social club rooms. It looks to control it again. They've been pretty good in the last 15 minutes or so. Just getting her boot to ball as it went back to her. She was under immense pressure with Biggs. Turnover now. Monty White has it. Beats one. Beats two. It could be her and the goalkeeper here. She'll shoot from the 18-yard area. She nearly couldn't control it. The goalkeeper, Hori Hosson, it was along the ground and she parried it in front of her. Had to go after it again. And there was an opponent ready to make an assault and maybe score. And that was Roach, but she couldn't quite get there in time. She managed to make up for the initial fumble. So no harm done. So nearly a goal to Preston Lions, as there's been nearly a goal to Football Victoria Academy, hitting the left-hand goalpost. Down the left-hand side now from Westerway. Westerway's got a teammate in space. It gets it up the top of the 18-yard area. A slip, and I reckon there was handball. Very unfortunate. Iaria did very, very well, and her teammate got in position, then slipped over and it touched her hand. That's football. Conditions are a little bit treacherous out there with a bit of rain around. Inside the 18-yard area now, or nearly the 18-yard area for Preston Lions. Getting back though, Tam does a good job. Has her teammate O'Keefe able to clean up. Goes down the middle of the pitch. Looking now for a teammate who does well. That's Ella Hamilton, who was the one that just missed the goal before, did magnificently. hitting the left-hand goal post. Here's Tam. Approaching it. Tanaka. Tam gets it back just inside the attacking half, and then kicking it into the body of Nishimura was Doverston for Football Victoria Academy. So both teams have had a couple of gilt-edged opportunities, but unable to score. Their last meeting earlier in the season was 2-2. Good defence at the back for the Lions by Johnston. It will be a corner kick. It's 0-0. But a good half of football to complete this round, round 18. Of course, that ladder I gave was going into the round. We've had all games bar this one. We'll update some scores when we come back after half time. Here's Tam. And pushed right over the sideline. Good defence by the Lions. She was trying to find her teammate then with a very short corner in Westerway, but it didn't work. It's actually going to be thrown back in because it wasn't quite over the byline for another corner kick for Football Victoria Academy. Have been very impressive in the last 15 minutes or so, dominating possession and territory as the throw is hooked away by the defensive structure of Grace Johnston for Preston Lions. Good year last year, but just battling a little bit this year. That 4-game losing streak didn't help them. Only lost twice in the first 8 games. Can't keep control of it, Football Victoria Academy. Now they can. They get it back. Poppy O'Keefe's been terrific. Goes back now to Tam, also very good. The co-captains. Finds her teammate. Clarkson has it turned over. Here's an opportunity for Roach. Wants to get in position and onside Westerway. Might just have the goalkeeper to beat. Under pressure. Good defence. Hooks it towards the edge of the 18-yard area, and then the hooking ball couldn't be controlled. But it was, again, good defence by Football Victoria Academy just to get back in time. It looked like they were out of position, and it was going to be a battle there between Monty White and the goalkeeper, but the defence was able to find a way to get back on goal side and see Monty White have to hook that ball and couldn't control it. It was Gracie Clarkson, the one that got back just in the nick of time. One of the defensive midfielders is Poppy O'Keefe, and her try and combine very close to the sideline inside the defensive half on the broadcast side of the ground. Jasmine Miller was the girl that, not Ella Hamilton, who's got very long hair that covers her number. She made a debut this year for Football Victoria Academy to have that shot at goal that hit the left goal post, had beaten the goalkeeper, I reckon, Maggie Byrne for Football Victoria. Now Preston Lions have possession. Tanaka. Checker. Feeks. And Mendolia inside the attacking half. Monty White is seen as being offside just as they were ready to go again. There's some movement at the station down the broadcast side by Tanaka. Tam, high ball, getting out wide. Clarkson, she's going to beat her opponent. She'll have a shot at goal. Well done by Byrne. Did very, very well She was just outside the 6-yard box. She shot hard, and Byrne came across and knocked it away for a corner kick. Brilliant save. She was too quick then for her opponent in Grace Johnston, who was caught in her wake, and the shot at goal was a good one, but it required some excellent goalkeeping by Byrne. And so both teams have had a couple of goes at it, but still yet to score. It's 0-0. This club established in 1947. My late father was involved down here many years ago as a sponsor. Well before my time, I believe. I was very young. First time I've been here, hence why I got lost. Here's an opportunity for Clarkson. She has 2 to beat. Again, the defence puts it over the sideline. Working hard to get a decent boot on that was Grace Johnston. She had support from the skipper in Georgia Henderson for Preston Lions. So they're still inside the attacking half. At the City end, we've done a lot of attacking today, or the northern end really. Here it is, once more, going back to Poppy O'Keefe. O'Keefe under pressure, goes inside with a good ball. They keep it moving, but that might be a turnover, Biggs. That pass was no good. She can go long, but she had her teammate who was onside, Monty White, Henderson, and probably the adrenaline got to her. It was a long ball that was cleaned up comfortably at the back by Horahusen. Now they're down the right-hand side, but they've got the defenders back. Emma Checker, reliable, experienced, played everywhere, and she gets back just outside the 18-yard area. Combines it nicely with Feeks to the goalkeeper Byrne. Great save before. Still 0-0. Coaching half-time. Lobs the ball. Can't get it. Amendolia. Now she has it. Does well. Pops a little pass inside. Nishimura. That's a lovely through ball. Here's Monty White now. Beats one. She can shoot on the edge of the 18-yard area. But magnificent defence. Coming across her path was Doverston. She was turned inside out by Monty White, and then Doverston managed to get back and ensure that the ball ricochets over the byline. Very good defence in the end by Football Victoria Academy as Doverston came back to help out her goalkeeper, and we'll get a corner kick with it still 0-0 in the first half in these overcast conditions. Players huddling in between the 18-yard area and the 15-yard box. Swirling ball. Kept away again by Football Victoria Academy. Tanaka back to Nishimura. And floating high, but just a little bit off target. She was sort of looking there at the right goalpost. Was the tall figure of Feeks, who plays down back, and she got up to do the heading and she couldn't quite control it, so opportunity lost again. They'll turn it over though in midfield. Tanaka, Feeks, Checker on the left, long ball, errant ball, aimless ball will go over the sideline. 0-0 the score. It has brightened up a little bit, this big game between these two sides in the bottom half of the table to complete round 18. Horahusen. Miller nearly scored that goal early days. Turned over at halfway. Now they're inside the attacking half. Preston Lions have a chance, but unfortunately for Roach, that ball just had a bit too much on it. Her teammate Henderson, the captain, was hoping to run onto it, but too much mayo and eaten up at the back by Horahusen. Thanks for laughing, everyone, on the stream. Football Victoria's coverage. Here's Horahusen now. High ball. Hacked down by Nishimura. Taken wide. O'Keefe's waiting for it. Well played, Biggs. Works her way through. Dribbled it nicely towards halfway. Getting a boot in there was Feeks. Puts a bit of pressure on her teammate Amendolia. And she was overwhelmed by numbers. Led by O'Keefe to Miller. To O'Keefe again. Good save by Byrne. Just along the ground. If it was elevated, she might have got that through. Lovely save by Byrne. Now they get it back. They couldn't clear their defensive half. And they get numbers back again. Football Victoria Academy learning how to play the game well the longer the season's gone on. Number of players involved. O'Keefe. Clarkson. O'Keefe again. Had it chopped off. Doveston also got a touch in there. Amendola tried to work it on, but they're very high, their defenders. Almost at halfway. Tam finds her charging teammate Biggs. Worked on again by Franco. Out wide. Under pressure. Trying to bring it back. Franco receives again. Back to the middle of the pitch. O'Keefe, very constructive player. Doveston again. Shoots. And she did very well then because that ball was a little bit hard to control for Byrne. She parried it in front and got it as she was well and truly camped in the 6-yard box and all that mud there. Roach looking to receive. Goes wide. Down that left-hand side. Shoved on again, Checker. Chance now for Amendola. Caught behind Tam, but trying to get herself in a position is Monty White. Does well, dribbles, but it might nearly go out. She back heels and slips over. Tam beats her now. She can charge out of defence, still inside the defensive half. Tam for Football Victoria Academy. Gets it down now to Miller. Made a debut earlier in the season for Football Victoria Academy. Came from South Melbourne. Had that lovely long shot before that had Byrne beaten, but hit the left goalpost. That pass not great. Lacked a little bit. Down the right-hand side. Franco couldn't get there. Kicks into bodies and goes over the sideline. The Lions getting their defence back. Score remains at 0-0. As I say, both teams have had a few opportunities here. Jenna Steele Stadium. And they get a throw just near where the byline and sideline meet. And this time they couldn't control it, unfortunately, Football Victoria Academy. And it'll be a free going to Preston Lions in their defensive half. The experienced Emma Checker, plenty of distance on that kick. Just in front of the social club rooms, headed on again. Here's Monty White once more. Monty White looking to try and push it through. Can she get there in time? Was a player put down on the edge of the penalty area? Tanaka, I don't think so. It was good defence again. Their defence has been really, really good. Tam in particular has been magnificent as the co-captain today. Cleaned up by the goalkeeper, Huri Hoosen. Tam down the left-hand side. Here's an opportunity now. As she was going to have a shot at goal. She's offside though, unfortunately for Iaria, who had the goalkeeper beaten and certainly had her opponent beaten. A couple of times she's been left in her wake, the defender Grace Johnston of Preston Lions, and Iaria scored 5 times this year for the Football Victoria Academy. Amendolia turns it over. Well done by O'Keefe to put the pressure on. Here's Miller again. She can shoot from long range. Passes okay. Finds Westerway. Westerway nearly brought down. Couldn't get much on that. Good defence affected that. Miller gets back on the edge of the 18-yard area. She goes back to the top of the 6-yard box. Can't get it, O'Keefe. Cleaned up at the back again. Well done by Checker. Feeks involved as well. But once more, it's turned over. She turned the ball over very nicely on both sides of the pitch inside their attacking half, Football Victoria Academy, especially in the second half of this first half. Score remains at 0-0. Back in, Jasmine Miller at a couple to beat. Checker attacking it hard. Monty White just shoved it on, but turned over once more. Pass out wide. Here's the Aria. Under pressure. Has to try and get it back to Doverston, who gave it to Aria. Lobs the ball to the edge of the 18-yard area. Can't control it. Franco. Defenders are there. Now here's an opportunity to set something up. She's a talented player. Does very, very well. Tanaka. Down to Monty White. Monty White now runs onto it. She's on the outside. She's been held onto, I reckon. Her shirt was being held onto, clearly. She's brought down just outside the 18-yard area. It was good defence again by Football Victoria Academy. Was it all legal? I'm not 100% sure, but the ref knows a bit more about the game than I do. Anyway, they nearly have it turned over. They do. Clarkson couldn't control it. Too many red shirts in front of her. But a great turnover again against Roach. She was holding on. She was certainly holding on, and I think she might get a yellow card here. She was holding on for an eternity, and she's given away a free. Westerwave was a player that was being held on to right on halfway. Biggs, received from Tam. Back to Biggs. Doverston's there. She goes a bit further wide to the left-hand side in front of our commentary position. Still inside the defensive half to Clarkson. To Tam. Sliding back to Clarkson. Approached and turned over. Well played Tanaka, but nothing on the end of that. And Tam, as she so often does, gets back. Reliable defender. Horahuson, the goalkeeper, tidies up at the back. Outside the 18-yard area.
More rotation.
She's under pressure. And Manolia does well to ensure that it's turned over. Roach, lobbing ball, and Manolia tried to get that one, couldn't. And then Monty White was skidding in to try and get it away. But well done by the goalkeeper, Horahuson. They nearly clambered into each other. And she did well to just get her hands there before those studs got in her face. Could have caused some damage, but didn't. Now they have it inside their defensive half. Football Victoria Academy looking to get it going at halfway to Jasmine Miller. Been good, Jasmine Miller, but that's a through ball. Doesn't have a lot on it. Getting back now. Good defence by Johnston. Gets it wide down the outer side. There's Yamada, one of the defenders on that outer side. Clears nicely. Doing a good job, Feeks. And Yamada sharing just outside the 18-yard area. Back to the goalkeeper, Byrne. Sharing it now, Johnston for Preston Lions. In short, and Manolia might have it turned over. Well played, Doverston has been impressive so far. Back to Miller, wearing the two gloves. Almost a turnover. And it is now. Well played by Nishimura. Lobs the ball to halfway. Tam saying she was put down. Monty White saying, I don't think so. The ref agrees with Monty White of Preston Lions, and it's on halfway. Here's Gracie Johnston. Monty White does well. That's a great effort. Down to a teammate who's caught on the wrong side there. She would love to have been on goal side, but I think they may get possession, Preston Lions, and the player that was caught on goal side was Tanaka. And this is going to be a corner kick because Football Victoria Academy had the last touch, and it'll be taken by Nishimura. Nishimura looking to go deep. Very deep indeed. And then it's headed over the crossbar, and that's half-time. Right on half-time, that corner kick. It was a nice deep one, and it's been a good half of football. Both teams have certainly had their moments. There's been a couple of shots each. There was certainly one, I reckon Maggie Byrne, the goalkeeper of Preston Lions, was beaten by a long ball, which hit the left-hand goal post. It was a big strike by Jasmine Miller of Football Victoria emerging. And then, of course, there were a couple of saves for Horahusen, one of which she didn't take cleanly. It was along the ground. If it had been in the air, I think she might have been in trouble, but she got it on the second grab. And another one for Maggie Byrne, which if they had been a bit more elegant. Let's go! Earlier in the season, which was 2-2. So, half-time in this game, the last game of round 18 in the women's competition for season 2025 in the Premier League for Football Victoria. It's Preston Lions 0, Football Victoria Emerging 0. Welcome back to Gina Steele Stadium. Getting ready for the second half. They've made a change. Gracie Clarkson off the Football Victoria Academy, and she's been replaced by Ella Hamilton. One of the good young players, of course.
Let's go!
Jasmine Miller will kick it off after just missing that magnificent shot, which hit the left-hand goalpost. They get first possession. Football Victoria Academy, Doverston. Tam, one of the best players on the pitch in the first half, goes wide out to the left-hand side. Doverston again, inside now to Miller, couldn't control it. Feeks at the back, does well. They're looking to clear. Under pressure, Yamada. Back to Checker. A lot of them wearing the gloves because it's pretty cold. We are in July. August is even colder, apparently, last month of winter. Good luck, everyone. Teeks down the right-hand side. Lamont White had a pocket pick. She also might have been pushed down, but the ref let it go. Through ball that Westerway couldn't latch onto, and Checker was able to put it over the sideline with a big right foot hook. So on the 46th minute, it's 0-0. Just had Vince from Essendon Royals text me that I didn't get the ladder right. I did say a little bit later on, he knew he'd be onto me like a rat up a drain pipe. That was when I read the ladder. I then said later on it was before this round. Most of the round completed. Heidelberg going down, of course. Now they've got a through ball. Preston Lions, Lamont White on the right side. She can shoot, but doesn't shoot well enough. She needed to go across the path of the goalkeeper, Herahus, and what she did, she kicked it straight into a midriff, and she took it comfortably. But she was able to burn off her opponent, but missed a golden opportunity there, Preston Lions. Still 0-0. But inside the attacking half, they couldn't control it to get it out of their defensive half. Football Victoria Academy in Franco. Yamada. Roach had to go backwards. Leaving home, the 18-yard area, was Byrne, the goalkeeper. Checker down the left-hand side. Good through ball. Amendolia, though, isn't there. Good defence by Biggs. Amendolia now manages to push her off it. Works it back inside the 18-yard area. The defenders are there. Cleared by Tam, but only as far as Checker, who roosts it back in. Nice header by Henderson. Here's Lamont White again. She just gets a little touch on it, but two opponents around her. And cleaned up again by the goalkeeper in Herahusen. So a couple of opportunities. Not able to make the most of it, Preston Lions. Probably should have scored before Lamont White. Maybe going a bit too quickly to curl it across the body. Just Campmore on the right-hand side. Herahusen, and it was kicked into the midriff, and she comfortably saved it. Here's Doverston, through ball again. Westerway. Met, though, by the big boot of Byrne, who left her 18-yard area. It's 3-on-1 against the Preston Lions. Henderson, she goes in to fight. The fight does very, very well to not make it as easy for Westerway to control it. Now she has Franco. Franco goes back to Doverston. Doverston out wide now. Looking to try and set something up here. Football Victoria Academy. They go towards the 18-yard area. It's now in the 6-yard area, as that was a nice cross ball from the 15-year-old Emmy Trainer. 15. And did very well then to cross it, but her teammate Miller just couldn't quite get there. The defence was deep enough to ensure it's a goal kick. Checker receiving from Byrne, still inside the defensive half. Nishimura. That has to be a free. Amendolia put down by Doverston. Free kick, and it is muddy. And here's Checker. Experience everywhere, Emma Checker. controlling this team. Plenty of distance on the kick. Headed away. That's a nice header by Lamont White. Trying to control it. Couldn't. Yamada at the back. Cleared, Tanaka at the back, I should say. Cleared by Football Victoria Academy. But only as far as Checker, just inside the defensive half. Just controlling things beautifully to Roach. Roach will hook it down the right-hand side. She was looking for her teammate Tanaka to get it, but it's headed away. The defender's doing a great job. Biggs got involved then with her nod. Now to Miller from Tam. Miller on halfway for Football Victoria emerging with too much on it. Westerway beaten by Checker. Westerway put pressure on Checker, had to go back to Byrne. Nishimura tried to roll it on, but Doverston was in the road to Franco, Football Victoria Academy, to Trainer. Back to Franco. Franco down the right-hand side to Westerway. He's kicked 3 goals, or scored 3 goals, kicks into the body of Nishimura, close to where the sideline and the byline meet. And Nishimura putting a lot of pressure on Westerway. Back now to Trainer. Trainer on the left, up to the 18-yard area. Miller looking to control it, under pressure. And there's a long shot. Byrne can't stop it. Magnificent goal. Byrne had to get back, and they've made something out of nothing. Doverston from outside the 18-yard area. Byrne saw it going. She was going back and back and back, and then realised I'm in diabolical trouble here, and all she could do was knock it through. Couldn't control it. Football Victoria Academy 1, Preston Lions 0. Doverston a sensational strike from outside the 18-yard area. And really, it came out of nothing, as I said. So Preston Lions have got to come from behind here to try and stave off their 5th loss in their past 6. Here's Checker. Goes back now to Feeks. Feeks has it out to the right-hand side. Under pressure. Johnston. She's brought down. Turnover again. Here they go. Well played. Trainer. Westerway. Another chance for a shot at goal, but she was just outside the 6-yard area and she couldn't finish it off. Iaria also helped set that up, and that really should have been an opportunity put away by Iaria, but she wasn't able to finish it off. And well done by Byrne getting a hand on that. Again, she needed to go right, and she sort of just went straight to where Byrne was heading, the left-hand side, and she knocked it away for a corner kick. Should have been 2-0. Nice save by Byrne, though. Young players, though, they're still learning the game. And Iaria would have that all over again, I reckon, to pick up a 6th goal of the campaign. It's 1-0, but Football Victoria Academy having some good minutes here with that goal. 10 deep to the 18-yard area, hacked away over the sideline. Couldn't control it, Franco. And it clears the fence and goes into the parklands behind us here at Jenna Steele Stadium.
Ready.
Checker. Henderson did well. Trainer was caught behind her, but the turnover. O'Keefe very good. Down to young Trainer. Well, they're all young, but she's very young. She's only 15. Good play by Westerway, but she turns it over to Lamont White, who came up to halfway. It's living inside Football Victoria Academy's attacking half at the moment. Well played by Feeks. Down the right-hand side. Tanaka tried to find her teammate, who wasn't able to take it cleanly, but Football Victoria Academy at the last touch. Johnston hacked on without a lot of distance by Amendolia. Tan. The connection in the last third from Preston Lions has not been as good as Football Victoria Academy. It indicates when you're a young team, and you can probably see it with this team, and they conceded 15 goals early days, that the longer the season's gone on, we know how much talent they've all got, that when they start playing together and start understanding this competition, all the experienced players in it, it'll take them a while to get used to it. But now they're starting to go beautifully, and they get a free kick here inside the defensive half. Doverston, the goal scorer, a long-range goal. Byrne did everything right, but maybe just committed herself forward a bit and then realised she had to backtrack, got away from her. Well played by Hera Hosen, came well outside the 18-yard area, got it at halfway, but hacked over the sideline. And it'll be taken by Trainer. You can hear Emma Checker saying tight, tight, tight. Controlling everything. Yamada. Headed down by the long-sleeved Lamonte White. Take a note in the middle by Doverston. She was hung on to. No doubt she was hung on to. And then her opponent accidentally sits on it, Liza Amendolia. So it's going to be Football Victoria Academy's ball on halfway. O'Keefe. Tam controlling everything brilliantly at the back. Goes wide. Kennedy, not a great pass. Nearly turned over. Back now to Biggs. Henderson picks her pocket. Tam coming across her path. Henderson goes wide again. Probably could have gone another metre or so. I think she saw Tam at the corner of her eye coming across her path and thought, I better shoot now just outside the 18-yard area. Didn't get enough on it and controlled at the back by Hera Hosen as it was headed right and she was going right herself. Still 1-0 Football Victoria Academy. But the turnovers killing both teams a bit at the moment, allowing the opposition to get on the fast breaks and maybe set something up here. We're at halfway. Franco goes back inside. Knocked on. Oh, it's Westerway to Franco. Westerway down the line again and had too much on it as Miller couldn't get on there and maybe finish off for Football Victoria Academy and Byrne the goal kick. With a little goal kick now to Checker. To Feeks. Goes wide. Down the outer side. Through ball. Amendola. Monty White. Gets through opponents on the left. Hooking ball. Controlled at the back. Biggs does well. Just beats oncoming traffic. Back to Westerway. Henderson does well to strip it off her. Great challenge. Back to Checker. Down the left-hand side to Yamada. Kicks though into the body. It was a bit of a lazy kick by Yamada. And it's over the sideline. Franco was the player. It ricocheted off. 1-0 Football Victoria emerging. Back into play. Trying to get in the right position. Amendola. Hooking ball. Headed away by Tam. At the back though. Picked up by Tanaka now. She's under pressure. Has two opponents to deal with. Able to work off one. And then her pass was just a little bit too long and wide for the running Monty White down that right-hand side. And it will be a goal kick for Football Victoria Academy. At the northern end, it remains 1-0 in favour of the visiting team as they search for a very important win here. After Heidelberg went down last night, or this weekend, Essendon had a win. Bulleen Lions had a win. And Football Victoria Academy got a couple of games in hand, remember. They can move to 15, 3 points behind Preston Lions if they win today. Turnover. Henderson. Little one to Checker. She couldn't control it. Westerway with 3 goals this year. Does well on the ball to keep it away. Trainer. But Franco, bit hot for her. Taken now by Yamada. For the Preston Lions over the sideline. Gets it down now towards Amamolia, who may have been held on to. Doverston manages to get it. But it's kicked by Biggs into the body of Monty White. Monty White has to go back as she has an opponent all over her like a cheap suit in Emmy Trainer. Back now to Checker. Checker on the left, through ball, didn't work. Trainer got a foot on it, couldn't find Westerway. Now, good work by Miller. Finds Doverston, the goal scorer. Goes wide, looking for Franco, but approaching her and putting it over the sideline. Good defensive work by the Preston Lions. Yamada again, been good down back. Just in front of the Football Victoria emerging coach and the Coach's bench. Trainer back into play. A header from behind Yamada. Down now. Taken by Doverston. Trainer. Franco. Trainer on halfway. They just get all their numbers back behind the play. There's a little bit of a chat here between the sideline eye and the ref. Henderson's a bit confused. There might be a player that she got a bit of blood. Yamada, I think she might. Is that the issue? Nemechek is not the captain, but she's the captain of the defence, and she's bringing them all in. You can hear her issuing instructions out there, knowing her team is down 1-0 in these bitterly icy cold conditions at Preston, or Reservoir really. So there's a discussion between the coach and some of his players, as you can see, at the Football Victoria Academy. You can check the scores from the other games from the weekend. Box Hill United 2 beat Heidelberg United 0. It was a big win. Spring Hills 2 over South Melbourne 0. Been getting better the longer the season has gone on. Spring Hills that came up this year. So play resumes. Henderson, that throw not great. Some of their passes just haven't stuck today for the Lions. Trainers there. Henderson though is able to pick her pocket. Gets a little pass in. Taken at the back by O'Keefe, who's got back to help the defenders and puts a little bit of pressure on Amanolia, who's pushed and they had the ball last, no doubt. Football Victoria Academy, they weren't happy about it. Half volley by Roach, and then good effort, Amanolia, to get it away from Biggs, who was having trouble controlling it, but cleaned up at the back by Hera Houston, the goalkeeper. Essendon Royals 5 destroyed Burundara Kerry Eagles, and they were similar positions on the table. Vince would have been delighted with that result at home. And FC Bulleen Lions 4, Bentley Greens the bottom team 2. Of course, the top 4 in the competition. So it's a big win for Essendon. Burundara Carey got some work to do if they're losing 5-0 if they want to play finals with just a few weeks remaining. Now, Football Victoria trying to do some work here. Ball nearly turned over. Here is a turnover though, but she was offside, unfortunately, Roach. As Football Victoria managed to get their own turnover, and then they gave it straight back. And a good pass came from Nishimura, and Roach was charging down that right-hand side, and the ref said, no cigar. The Lions girl said no cigar as well, and it was given as an offside. And it's 1-0. Their defence have been pretty good. Biggs, that's not a great pass. Lee's trained some work to do, getting it from one side of the pitch to the other. Right in front of our commentary position. Henderson's keeping her honest. And in the end, she had nowhere to go, young Emmy Trainer, and she puts it over the sideline. Kept alive by Yamada, and then the back heel by Amamolia. May go over the sideline again as Trainer and Henderson are in pursuit. And it's going to be a goal kick again. Preston Lions coaching staff not happy with the ref. told they've got to, or they've told the ref got to go a bit quicker, and they've also been told off as well. It's lovely being up here, being able to hear everything. Good on you, boys. Here's Monty White, a chance now, but unfortunately with her pass, which wasn't a bad one, it put Amamolia off balance and a little bit off guard, and she couldn't control it, and it spills away over the byline. No harm done for Hera Hoosen, didn't really have to make a save, but it wasn't a bad effort by Monty White. He could have pulled the trigger herself. Little pass to Tam. That'll be a turnover on the edge of the 18-yard area if Roach can control it. She couldn't initially. Now she can. She is under pressure. Goes back now on the left, lobbing ball, trying to get her boot on it, but just got away from her again. Amanolia on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's over the sideline, or over the byline, I should say. A lot of half chances here for the Preston Lions. And the one big chance was provided by Doverston. Long-range goal. Too good for Byrne. 1-0 lead. Football Victoria emerging. Down the line. Good header by Yamato. Has been a very good play for Preston Lions. And then Henderson has bowled over on the sideline right in front of the Football Victoria emerging coach's bench. It's a good little play, this Emmy Trainer. She's a little pocket rocket, just 15 years old and doing a wonderful job. And there's Henderson again. And also Amamolia. Amamolia gets a boot to ball, but then getting in the road there was Poppy O'Keefe for Football Victoria emerging, but Checker gets back. Byrne now has it. Elects to play it along the carpet with the boot. Goes out wide. Feeks. Arriving late. Tanaka to halfway. Roach not ready for it. Booting it away out of trouble. Was Tam, but only momentarily. Here's Yamada. She's got a player running for her. Henderson down that left-hand side. Not a great pass, putting pressure on her. Franco gets back. Henderson's there. And in the end, it's called offside. Emma Checker telling them all to keep pushing, keep pushing. The big voice out there, the veteran, been around a long time. Played a lot of football. They're going to make a change here. And coming on will be Kira Saris for Football Victoria. Too high, the attempted header for Westerway. Here's a nice ball on this occasion. Coming in from Nishimura. Down now in the direction of Tanaka. And then Amamolia got in the box, but she was the wrong side. The defenders were covering the goalmouth with their goalkeeper, and she again couldn't control it. But that was a nice cross ball from the right-hand side by Nishimura. Tanaka had spent some time in South Korea at the top flight, and also with Wellington Phoenix. So Biggs is off, and Saris comes on for Football Victoria Academy, their second substitution. Long ball by Tam towards halfway. Miller couldn't get the header in. Checker gets a decent boot in. Slips down now to Roach. Roach, one of the key midfielders. Good ball again. Very creative player here and doing a wonderful job to get the ball as Tanaka. Tanaka under pressure, had a couple of opponents around her, played to her own advantage. And then back to Feeks on halfway. To Checker, the most defensive player who's not goalkeeper, just inside the defensive half. Knocked on again by Amamolia. And they reckon again Henderson offside, getting down that left-hand side and sneaking out the back. She's been unlucky, the skipper. On a few occasions she's been in a position to launch, but she's just been offside. 1-0, Football Victoria Academy. A goal early in the second half to Doverston. We haven't seen Preston Lions make any changes yet. Back now. Hera Hoosen. Saris, just on, trying to control it. Trapped. Franco, and then comes across the path of an opponent and gets a yellow card in Henderson, who attacked that hard. Lots of urgency in the way they're playing Preston Lions, but just not finishing it off in that final third. That's why they're down 1-0. Here's Checker with the free kick inside the attacking half. Long ball to the 18-yard area. Good defence at the back by Tam. Attacking it, Nishimura. That ball didn't have a lot of bounce on it. Hirahusen's there. Met late by Amamolia. Had to knock it away because Hirahusen was Amamolia was right in your face. Well done, Hirahusen. Turnover again. Edge of the 18-yard area. Tanaka. Here's a chance now. Trying to turn 1 and 2. Inside. Good attempt, but just couldn't quite finish it off. Amamolia. And it was a great save by Hirahusen. And involved as well then was, for the Preston Lions, Tanaka. It was a good deep ball, a bit more elevation on that. It was a lovely save, Hirahusen. Just got a touch on that. And it could have been 1-1, but it wasn't. But they get a corner kick now, Preston Lions. Nishimura, deep ball, headed down by Feeks, but again the defenders are there to clear it, and they emerge with the Football Victoria Academy. But again, they've got numbers at the back. Amamolia kicks into bodies of the opposition though. She's brought down. Oh, well, the ref was going to put the whistle to her mouth, but she changed her mind at the last minute. Henderson overruns it. Tam's at the back, but turned over again, charging hard at it. Well done, Roach, but she again had a lot of opponents getting back in green, and they will rush it out of defence once more inside the attacking half. Down the left-hand side, Football Victoria emerging. West away, O'Keefe. Few opponents around there. Johnston for Preston Lions. O'Keefe once more. West away. Doverston, the goal scorer, has to go back. Nothing on offer. Lots of red shirts in front of us as she goes back. Well done, Saris. Trainer. Back heel. Well done by Yamada. She just got her boot involved and beat her opponent. Then she heads it down. I reckon Westaway nearly shoved her out. Now it's a turnover. And it's going to be a free to go away. The Preston Lions. Westaway had the ball and her bootlaces. Going to be a couple of changes here for Preston Lions. Evie Harrington recently played her 50th game coming on. Ellie Telveski coming on as well. Spent time at Cordy United. Monty White coming off. And Jade Feeks, who's very solid down back, coming off as well. Here's Emma Checker. Goes back. And straight away, Telveski in the yellow boots. Gets a touch. Down the right-hand side. Nishimura worried out of it. Well played Westaway. Has Checker for company. Can she get around the veteran defender? She'll shoot on the left, but she kicks into the body of Telveski, and then it rebounds to Byrne. Well played by Telveski to get back and put her body on the line as Westaway on the left was trying to set something up for Football Victoria, who lead 1-0. They may turn it over again in defence. They've been solid. O'Keefe's done well to get back as a midfielder to help out. Now the charging Rilla down the right-hand side for Football Victoria emerging. Her teammate, though, couldn't quite control it. Iaria kicking into bodies, working hard. Yamada, one go, two goes. Oh, there's a little pocket rocket. Emmy Trainer gets involved but kicks into the body of an opponent who puts it over the sideline. And that, of course, was the captain, Henderson, of Preston Lions. Still 1-0. Looking for their fourth win in 8 encounters against Preston Lions. Football Victoria emerging. Good play by Henderson. But getting back now, Saris. She's had a couple of nice touches since coming on in defence. But as she got it back to Hirahusen off the side of the boot and out of play. Inside the attacking half with Yamada and Momoia. Henderson, Tambo in the road for Football Victoria emerging. Down the side, well played by Franco. She got some distance on that, in front of our commentary position. And the area was there as Preston Lions had the last touch. So Trainer inside the attacking half, goes down the line. She's looking for the tall figure of Miller, but Checker will always be on goal side defensively. And make sure that it goes over the byline. It will be a goal kick for Preston Lions, who are down 1-0. They bring it out that right-hand side. The lights have gone on and there's plenty of people home here. Couple of bad turnovers, though, by Preston Lions trying to get out of their back half. And another shot at goal. Rolls along the carpet. And here comes the rain. Great song by Dragon, Rain, back in the 1980s. Here's Maggie Byrne, working hard down that right-hand side to clear it. And now they've got an opportunity. They can set something up. Good running by Johnston. Johnston charging. Long cross ball. Hera Houston's there. And she also had her defender as well. And they were both a bit unsure about who to go for. Who should go for it, whether it should be hacked away by the defender or whether Hera Houston should take it. And it pitched in front of him. In the end, Hera Houston was able to clean it up. Trainer was the player that was with her. So Hera Houston, 1-0. Complete miss kick. Miller's there. With her, though. Working hard to win it. Telveski has just come on. She's pushed over the sideline. And there will be a free kick going Preston Lions' way. And Emma Check is going to take it. She's running the show out there. She goes wide now. Nishimura out to the outer side. So you just set it up. Down that right-hand side. Good play by Evie Harrington. Cleared at the back by Tam. One of the best players on the pitch today for mine. Nishimura, a nice little hacking ball on halfway for the Preston Lions. Through ball Checker. She's offside again. Couldn't have been by much, I reckon, Henderson. But she sort of knew, didn't she? Oh, she's getting out the back. But I think Football Victoria Emerging, their defenders are sort of realising that she is taking a risk to get offside, and they're sagging back, realising that she's not going to have it go her way. But that's also fraught with danger as well, isn't it? Could be a turnover against Football Victoria Emerging, but again, Trainer. Oh, I love the way she plays. Again, a good contest with Henderson, who had the last touch, and Trainer with the ball inside the attacking half. 15, this young lady. Can play. But Miller couldn't control it. She tried to chest it to her advantage, had too much on it. And Yamada now. Inside the attacking half for Football Victoria Emerging. To Checker. Has to go back now. The defenders are there. Telveski backtracking with Burner receives. Now to Telveski inside the 18-yard area. Goes wide down the outer side. Johnston can't control it. But a header came in from Football Victoria Emerging. They put it over the sideline in front of the social club rooms. Here at Genesis Steel Stadium. They've gone to Kramer Street today. It's how badly ongoing. If it was raining film stars, I'd end up with Lassie. Again, we've gone too far in regard to trying to be onside. It's happened a lot today for Preston Lions, especially in this second half. Down that right-hand side. A couple of little headers from west away. Can't control it, Miller. Norkin Franco. Turnover now. Decent little ball down the right-hand side. Here's Tanaka. Tanaka to Henderson, who couldn't thrust her boot at it. Again, it was a lovely ball down that right-hand side, and she just couldn't control it. And eventually it'll be cleared out of defence, nearly out by Trainer, but she gets it right on halfway. Yamada's there now. Urgency for Preston Lions, who are down 1-0. Checker had an opponent hanging off her. And Doverston did well then. Nishimura to get it down in the direction of Tanaka. Tanaka wasn't goal side, Tam was, and managed to stave off the danger there for Football Victoria. Emerging, and then unfortunately for Henderson, she couldn't control it, but they had the last touch, the team in green, who are keen. They lead 1-0. And Mamolia nearly shoved off it. Turned over again. O'Keefe. Checkers in the road once more. That's a good lobbing ball. Well controlled by Tanaka. Gee, I reckon there was a stud put up there on Amamolia, who's in a bit of trouble. Now there's a turnover rushing through the middle of the pitch. Here's Little Westaway. Scored 3 times. Roach is on goal side with her, having a nice tussle. Pushes her sideways towards the sideline on the far side. And that was excellent, robust defence by Roach. They've got to go now. It's 1-0 against them, Preston Lions. Gets it to Nishimura. Nishimura, straight though, to an opponent in Trainer, getting back and playing very well indeed. Gets it to Doverston, lobs it over the top to Miller. Too far for her. Checker in the road, cleared by Saris of Football Victoria emerging. Nothing on offer in front of her, so she goes back to go forward to Hera Hussein, who's made some nice saves today as well. Her team clinging to a 1-0 lead. Goes wide to the left-hand side. Here now, Football Victoria emerging out of defence once more. Long through ball, but no one on the end of it. It's all Preston Lions getting back. Well done by Telveski. Finds Byrne. Byrne now to Checker. Brings it out now to the left-hand side. Checker goes to a teammate who's trying to control it nicely. Right on halfway. And she does a good job here, Tanaka. Back to Checker. Checker a lobbing ball. Headed away out of defence by Doverston, getting back. The goal scorer as well. But Amamolia wins it for Preston Lions. Checker, and now Tanaka again. Through ball too long for Roach. The defenders are back nicely. Saris being one of those. And then pushed off Doverston. Going after it close to the line. But can she keep it alive? She wasn't able to, Yamada. Saris was confronting to meet her. Here's Trainer, who's been really, really good. Good feature in the votes, Emmy Trainer, the 15-year-old, made a debut recently. The future of the sport, these young ladies. Jasmine Miller. O'Keefe. Turnover. Amamolia. Henderson. Good work by Trainer to try and get it off. A good challenge. And she lost her footing. Henderson has been marvellous today. Done everything right to try and get her team the equaliser. And Trainer, I think, nearly missed that. Henderson kept it alive at the header. Down out of Tanaka. She's got Tam in front of her. Tam just got a boot in the road. Tanaka couldn't get it back. And now a turnover. Doverston driving wide to Franco on the outer side. Had a bit too much on it. Getting back Harrington. And in the end, she has to concede the ball over the sideline, Evie Harrington, inside the defensive half for Preston Lions. Still 1-0 and some work to do for Preston Lions. Conceding early in the second half, that long bomb from Doverston against Maggie Byrne. It would cut Preston Lions' advantage in 9th position to 3. Should Football Victoria Academy hang on here. They had a good win last week as well. Or 2 rounds ago, I should say, the last time they played. Down the right-hand side. Long ball by Tanaka. Collins Roach can't control it. Now there's a shot by Henderson again. She just couldn't get the balance she needed and also the power in the shot, and it rolls along the carpet and camped inside the 6-yard box, comfortably taken by Hera Hussein. Just miskicking in that final third attempt to try and score. Shoved was Miller. Football Victoria emerging with a free. It's going to be another change here. And a good performance this. Tam. Cleared at the back. Harrington. She got a decent boot on that. Tanaka. Nice ball. Harrington a bit slow. Didn't get enough on that. Saris came back before Johnston could arrive. Franco down that left-hand side. Might have too much on it. And over the sideline. Checker will receive now. Issuing instructions as she distributes the ball. Nearly at halfway. Again, not a great pass by Henderson. Good work at the back. Doveston. Henderson once more. Roach involved too. Now here's Iaria, who wins it for Football Victoria. But right on the edge of the 18-yard area. Good trap by Telveski. Had some nice touches since coming on. Yamada down that left-hand side again. Saris arrives and puts it over the sideline. A little bit of cramp for one of the Football Victoria players. It's going to be a change here. And getting ready to come on is Astrid Bocky. She's got the lovely orange boots. The coach not happy again, the Preston Lions coach. Henderson works her way through. Good ball, Tanaka. Henderson a cross ball, all on her own. Can she shoot? She can! Goal! 1-1. Preston Lions. Great cross. And they finish it off. The cross was there. And they put it away. And the finisher is the defender, Johnston, who found her way up well inside the 18-yard area. And Football Victoria emerging just for the first time all day. Didn't quite have the back structure right. And they didn't realise Gracie Johnston, who at times had a tough time of it in the first half, in defence, has equalised at 1-1. Looks like these two teams might play another draw. Turnover against Football Victoria emerging. To Roach, to Johnston, the goal scorer. Goes wide, working hard is Harrington. Down that right-hand side, looks to cut inside. Back to Johnston. Johnston gets around Franco. Little ball towards the edge of the 18-yard area. Tam waves it away by foot. Forced down to Tam once more. Starting to rain, but they've got the numbers at the back. Just inside the defensive half of Preston Lions. Telveski good over the last 10 minutes or so. Checker there. Little header comes in, just arriving on the Parker's Bocky, but it slips down again magnificently to Tanaka. Can she keep it alive? Johnston, just near the byline. Johnston now lobs a little ball, didn't have enough on it, and ready for it, right near the right-hand goal post. To vacuum it up and clear it is Hera Hoosen, the goalkeeper. 1-1. Wobbly ball. Miller goes wide. Deep ball, Franco. Too long for West away. Timely header by the veteran Checker. Well played, Harrington. Well played, Checker. And then a nice header on halfway, Tam, for Football Victoria Academy as they look to win possession. They do now. Doveston, through ball again, but getting on goal side as Trainer arrives. Was Yamada. I think that Yamada thought the burn was going to get there, and Trainer actually chipped in and wasn't far away. They nearly collided. She's a goer, Emmy Trainer, I love her. Long ball to halfway at the back, Bocky heads it down. Yamada's there, been very good in the second half. Henderson slips over, and it's going to be Football Victoria Emerging's ball through Bocky. Couple of late changes here for Preston Lions. The two players getting ready to come on are Elena Vaki, number 30, and Summer Kavanecchia, who scored once this year, number 20. throw inside the attacking half of Football Victoria emerging. Checker receiving from Yamada. Headed down again. Not able to control it. Football Victoria emerging. The player trying to on that occasion was Saris. It's bobbling around inside the attacking half. A little nodder from west away. Amamolia. Checker. Good work with an opponent right on her. Bocky certainly had her opponent Tanaka under pressure. Turnover, here's Miller. Nearly getting a boot involved. Henderson. Miller still got it. Remember, she just kicked it, just missed a goal in the first half. Under pressure. She was looking to shoot. Couldn't. Has to go back to try and open it up. And does nicely. And now there's a lobbing ball on the edge of the 18-yard area. It's headed away by Checker, but in the wrong direction. Taken by Trainer. Two opponents with her. She's pushed wide. And then a lovely piece of defensive work by Yamada. She puts it over the byline, and there's a corner kick for Football Victoria emerging. 1-1 the score. I can't believe there's only 3 minutes left. The Preston Lions coaching box. It's been fascinating. Who said football's not a passionate game? Don't know what they're talking about. Right, boys? And a yellow card given to one of the coaches. So here's Tam to take the corner kick. She elects to go for a pass to a play left on her own, Doverston. Doverston swirling ball. They didn't control that very well at the back, the Preston Lions defenders. Luckily there wasn't anyone there in the 6-yard box for Football Victoria emerging. It dropped at the back to Byrne, who clears quickly. Ball's in the middle of the park. Kapanekia couldn't get onto it, it's just come on. Long ball from Lamb again. And trying to get goal side to get after that is Franco. Might have too much on it. Good defence by Harrington, who's been good since coming on. She puts it over the sideline and takes a bit more time off the clock. 1-1. Both teams have scored in the second half. Doverston and Johnston. Doverston for Football Victoria emerging. Johnston for the Lions. Long ball to the 18-yard area. Headed away again. And good defence. Charging away. Henderson has been magnificent. She looked for a pass out wide. But again, good defence by Football Victoria emerging to get back. But then Tam puts it over the sideline as she received it on halfway and just had too much on it. Hoping that Franco might be able to get it and set up one last hurrah for this young team. They'll get a point each, I think, and make it their 4th draw in 8 meetings. Wide ball by Byrne. She turns it over. That's a bad turnover by the goalkeeper inside the Preston Lions defensive half. At the southern end, it is 1-1. And let's see what happens here. Long ball right across the face. Didn't have a lot of direction or accuracy in that from Doverston. And Harrington, I've liked her playing the far side, down back. Been good. Arriving. Tanaka. Coaching staff saying the switch is on for Preston Lions, and Henderson obliges. Yamada down the left-hand side. And she was offside again, unfortunately. The Preston Lions play down that left-hand side. That was Varchi. He's had experience with Apia Leichhardt in Sydney. Just come on for the last few minutes. Here's Tam. Long ball. Headed cleverly, Yamada. At the bootlaces of Kapanekia. But beaten coming the other way. Good defence. Well played, Doverston. She's had a very good match too. Scored the goal. And that is it, all over. 1-1. They've got a point out of it again for the second time this year. These two sides have played a draw. There are a couple of outstanding saves by both goalkeepers, Byrne, and also the goalkeeper for Football Victoria emerging, Hera Horrison, in the first half. and there was also a shot that hit the goalpost by Jasmine Miller in that first half, which I think had Byrne of Preston Lions beaten. And then in the second half, Doveston, a long ball, and it just had too much for Byrne, who had overcommitted. She went forward and then she had to go back and couldn't control it, and that was the goal to put Football Victoria emerging in front. They had that lead for a long, long time until they got an opportunity very late down the right-hand side. Grace Johnson, coming from defence, was able to put it away and beat the goalkeeper, Hera Hoosen, who had a very good match. She made another great save a few minutes earlier. So 1-1 between these two sides, Preston Lions and also Football Victoria emerging. And it means that Preston Lions go to 13 points, Football Victoria emerging at 10 in a weekend where Heidelberg United went down for just their second loss of the season. Bulleen Lions got themselves a little bit closer, 9 points closer with a few rounds left to Heidelberg United, who are on top. Probably still red-hot favourites to win the premiership. Burundara Carey suffered a loss to Essendon Royals, and Essendon Royals go ahead of them on 32. Burundara Carey at 29. South Melbourne and Alamein also looking to try and get a spot inside that top four. And even Box Hill United had a good win to move to 28 points. Spring Hill's had a win as well. They're on 24 now, but probably a little bit too much ground to make up. It's been a good effort from them to come up from the division below up to the top flight. And then you've got Preston Lions on 19, Football Victoria Academy 13, and the bottom two teams, Brunswick Juventus and Bentley Green. So, excellent game of football. It is 1-1 between Preston Lions and Football Victoria Academy. Thanks for joining me again. Apologise for not getting here on time. Got to learn to read the maps a bit better. Thanks to Chris for all his hard work, and Sam for doing all the work on the camera today, and the two clubs for making us feel so welcome. The result here in the last game of round 18 of the Women's Premier Competition for Football Victoria for season 2025. Preston Lions 1, Football Victoria emerging 1. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.